Hello, fellow hockey fans. Well, this is it, the first NHL video of the season, and of course, with the second half about to start in about a few hours, I thought I'd take a look back at the first half. Now, the first half of the season was pretty interesting to say the least. We've seen some new changes in the guard. The Sabres have been rising up. They had the 11-game winning streak. Arizona is a little bit better than advertised, but still they're kind of not there yet in the playoff position. The Avalanche got off to a hot start in October and in November, playing off the end of last season where we got the wins at the right time and made it to the playoffs. But recently, the Avalanche have not been faring well. December and January, the 2 months which are usually been good for the Avalanche in past seasons, were kind of bad. We've been losing games. We can't win in overtime. That's a problem. And we are now knocked down to a wild card, which is where we finished. We're a few points out of the top three, but we were once in first place, so something is up. And but speaking of Central, it's still mostly the same with Nashville and Winnipeg, who were the top two teams in Central last year. They're still up there being the beasts of that demonic division. Dallas and Minnesota are in the mix this year. St. Louis is still faulty after last year. And, of course, the Blackhawks still have some problems. They're down the bottom of the division. The biggest mystery to me is the Kings. I don't know what the hell happened to this team. This team was in the playoffs last year. Now, granted, they were swept and only scored 3 goals in 4 games last year in that short series against Vegas. But I don't know what the hell has become of this LA Kings team. They have the same players, which might be a problem. I mean, those players are getting old. Those players who have been good, they're getting old. And time is undefeated. Ask anybody. And more age equals more wear and tear, and the Kings have got them locked down to high level contracts. So things don't look good for the LA Kings right now. Even with Jonathan Quick as their goalie, things don't look really well. That was kind of shown recently. The Kings played the Avalanche in Denver recently, and it was 1-0 after the Avs were up 1-0 after one, but we scored, I think it was 6 goals in the second period. We shellacked them. So things have gone totally awry for the LA Kings. And speaking of awry, the Ottawa Senators just continue plummeting. It still baffles me. This is a team who in 2017 playoffs, they were this close to playing for the Stanley Cup. They were so close to reaching the Stanley Cup final, and then all of a sudden they've fallen off. They got Duchesne in the trade in the 3-team deal with the 3-team deal with the Avalanche and the Predators last year, and since then they just can't find it. They had a terrible season last year, and it's got even worse this year. They're in the bottom of the Atlantic Division, and the Speedy Atlantic Division that hasn't changed. The Tampa Bay Lightning was still that top guard. They have been for most of the time this division was formed in the 60s and now. But Tampa Bay is that top guard, so they're gonna be in. Question is, how are they gonna do after they get in? Because they've been kind of screwing up lately. Last year, let's not forget, they went up against the Capitals. They had home ice, and they pretty much had it won. And then they literally disappeared at the end of the series. And speaking of Washington, they're playing well as always, but Washington always has good seasons. Of course, now this is a good season following winning the Cup. So who knows if a repeat is on the horizon? But either the Metropolitan, how about the Islanders, huh? The Islanders are in first place. It's been forever since the Islanders have won a division title. I think they last won the old Patrick division. Of course, this is back when they were dominated in the 80s, winning cup after cup after cup. But the Islanders since then have had a lot of abysmal seasons. I still remember the Avalanche's second championship season. The Avalanche actually had more wins, 52, than the Islanders had points, 51. That's not good. That was years ago. But this year, and the crazy thing about this is, this good season comes after they traded Tavares. They traded Tavares to Toronto, and a lot of people figured, well, the Islanders were kind of rebuilding and not really going anywhere, so they're really kind of doing Tavares a favor and trading him to a playoff team, which the Leafs are. The Leafs are pretty good, even though they lost Austin for a bit. I think he's back now. Um, but not only is Toronto doing well with Tavares, the Islanders are doing well since trading him. So really, it's ended up being a win-win situation. Toronto's going to be the playoffs as usual, and the Islanders could finish ahead of Washington and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's kind of going through the motions. This is almost new territory for them. They are coming off not winning the cup. I mean, they won back-to-back years, but last year Washington beat them, which was a new concept, and the three-peat was dead. So they're on a bit of a redemption stage because they failed to win the third straight. But they're kind of going through the motion right now. They are in the wild card race, which is very foreign to Pittsburgh. Vegas is kind of going through a sophomore slump, but they're doing okay. Calgary is leading the Pacific Division. How about that? It's amazing. Edmonton's kind of in the mix too. Pretty much every Canadian team except for Ottawa and Vancouver are in the mix. So we could see. Let's see. I know Winnipeg and Toronto for sure in the playoff positions. Montreal, I think, is in that wild card race. I think they have the second wild card spot, so that's 3. Um, Calgary's in a good spot. Pacific, that's 4. Edmonton might get in. That's 5. So we're looking at possibly 4 or 5 of the 7 Canadian franchises getting in the playoffs this year. Last year, it was only two that went in, Winnipeg and Toronto. Toronto got beat in the first round last year, but Winnipeg made it all the way to the West Final before Vegas took them out. So it's going to be an interesting second half to see what happens. As an Avalanche fan, hope we get out of this funk and start winning games, because I have us finishing ahead of our pace last year. Last year, we snuck into that last wild card position in the Western Conference. This year, I have us in the top 3 position in the Central with Nashville and Winnipeg. And I do not want my boys to make a liar out of me. I see good things for this team. We just need to get it together. And so that's my review of the first half. And, excuse me. And I hope that things work out for the Avalanche. And I will get to the conference championship review soon. Excuse me. So I will get to the conference championship review soon. It's going to be kind of a Super Bowl preview too. So my next hockey video won't be until the month of March begins, because that's when March Madness begins. The playoff race is tightened. So until then, enjoy the second half of the season, and good afternoon.